So this is exam 2 review number 1, part P. We're asked to take the derivative of y equals the arc sine of the cosine of x. So y prime equals let's see, I'm sorry, I'm trying to arrange this little board. 1 over the square root of 1 minus the argument squared, which the argument is the cosine of x, times the derivative of the argument. The derivative of the argument is the negative sine of x. And so I'm just going to leave it as y prime equals the negative sine of x over 1 minus the cosine squared of x. 1 minus the cosine squared of x is the sine squared of x. And when you take the square root, you don't get the sine of x, you get the absolute value of the sine of x. And so the derivative of this, I would hesitate to say was -1, because it would really depend on what x was. So I would actually say that it's negative sine of x over the absolute value of sine of x if I really wanted to do anything better, but I think I'm just going to leave it in this form. But the reason, my justification anyway, is that if y equals the arc sine of the cosine of x, then the cosine of x, by the way that the arc sine, the domain of the arc sine must be between -1 and 1. Well, the cosine of x is always between -1 and 1, regardless of what x is. And therefore, I think, and if x could be anything, then the sine of x is going to go from between positive and negative values too. So I don't think you can just drop that absolute value sign. Although there might be some justification, because the arc cosine of -1 is pi, and the arc cosine of 1 is 0, which would make the sign positive in that interval. But I'm not sure you can really say that because of this right here. So I'm going to leave it as this, and actually the answer that I've seen posted is left in this way. But if you put it in like a derivative calculator or something that gives you derivatives, it probably would give you -1, but I think that's software oversight. So anyway, I'm going to just leave it at that.